Right, so today, I don't know who this email's from. I must get better at writing these things down. But this person wants me to talk about coming to terms with the time you've lost and regret. I think like you lost your 20s, I've lost my teenage years. Yeah, I did lose my 20s. Whenever I think about it, it makes me really sad, all the experiences I've missed out on because I was at the gym or doing something stupid or shit thing. I know it could have been so different, so good for me, but I spent my teenage years exercising, not eating, cycling in and out of the hospital. I don't know if I can forgive myself, and despite all this, knowing I could equally lose my 20s if I still say no to things. I'm not fully embracing weight gain and recovery, which is fucking absurd, because I really am tired and I really, really want recovery more than anything. I wish there was a magic pill. I bet lots of people wish that there was a magic pill. And I think that that's also a kind of normal conundrum, that you can be at the same time really regretful and upset about all the things you've missed, but then also not taking the action to change anything. And that really is something that you need to use that regret to fuel the change, rather than sometimes it can almost work a bit the other way, which is like, well, I don't know how to do anything and I missed out on all that, so what's the fucking point in life? And I'm going to be all depressed about it and continue doing what I always do, which is restricting and over-exercising. I think a lot of that plays into, because you have spent all your teenage years in the gym, or 20s or 30s or whatever it is, you don't really have those friends, and so it's then, because there's nothing else to do at the weekend, because it's not like you have people saying to you, let's go and do X at the weekend, you're like, well, I've got nothing to do, so I might as well go to the gym. And the other thing that for me used to come into it was in that if I didn't go to the gym, it was like that empty space that should have been filled with friends or should have been filled with a life was more obvious to me. And so I sort of hid it from myself by keeping myself really busy with things like going to the gym. And of course that doesn't make anything better. So for me, a lot of the regret, because I was so regretful and embarrassed also, I think I was quite embarrassed that I didn't have any friends. I would try and hide that from myself by doing the exact thing that was the reason I didn't have any friends. And then when I did stop though, when I did go cold turkey on the exercise, and suddenly all of that free time and space was so massively apparent to me because it was blatant. That was hours every day that I would spend in the gym, suddenly having nothing to do with that time. It was so obvious to me that sitting there in the evening when I would usually be doing my evening gym class, there was no one to sit there with me. I had no one to hang out with. I was nobody to do anything with. And that was actually really painful and quite depressing. And it really added a sadness element for a long time. I think I went through a little bit of a grief period where I was mourning everything I'd not done, mourning all of the time that I'd wasted, mourning all of the experiences that I had not had because of what I'd been doing with the last however many years, which was working out and not eating and avoiding people. So I do think, though, that when I allowed myself that time and space, and it was those evenings of sitting there thinking, this is really sad that I'm 26, 27, and this is what I have nobody really, apart from my poor parents who, bless them, would have their adult daughter coming and sitting around with them because I didn't really have anyone else who would bother with me. And that really did inspire me to just start saying yes whenever anybody asked me to do something, no matter what it was. Just go and do something with someone. Yes, I'll do that. And there was a lot of fear always, despite the fact that I'd gone to cold turkey in the exercise, I had nothing better to do. There was still that fear of like, well, what if this person won? Then what if we end up eating something? What if we end up all this stuff? What if I'm not in control of my little routine? And I was able to use my loneliness to push through that and just be like, just fucking say yes and go and do something, change something. And it got easier as I did that. And turns out that I don't actually find it that difficult to make friends and do stuff. And you have so much time. I don't care how old you are. You have plenty of time left to create lots of experiences. So don't dwell on the regret. Focus on the change that needs to happen to stop any further years of regret. And just do it now. Don't think about it. Change it.